Afternoon, everyone. Uh, I'm pleased to be here. I'll present my topic. Why should we educate ourselves as first-time voters? Uh, Before that, I might ask, does anyone realize that they're grown up already and are going to be voting for first time next year? Yeah, me too. So this is what we are going to discuss. Uh, on first-time voters, my experience as a first-time voter, the consequences of being ignorant, how to educate ourselves, and the conclusion. Firstly, first, what are first-time voters? The definition of first-time voters are a lot, and there are so many. But we are going to focus on the young people who have reached the legal age to vote and are going to vote for the first time. And these young first-time voters, they hold a strong influence on the election result. Their choices decided their future leader. And why? Because right? Because we are a generation Z, right? We are along the generation millennial and generation X. Uh, we are in the third place, and if we combine our generation with the millennial generation, we can hold such a strong role to the election result. The same infographics for the model of voters. Yeah. So my experience as a first-time voter. First, I feel so confused. That's why, because nobody really teach me about this federal election thing. As I have to search of this on my own, and they are just like, "Oh, congratulations, you are going to vote for the first time," and just like that. They didn't really inform me about you should do this, you should do that, but the procedure such thing like that. And I'm in pressure because uh I didn't even know who the candidate was, and I was afraid if I make the wrong mistake. That's why I feel pressure. Sorry. And why educate ourselves? If we educate ourselves, we can use our right as well as possible. We can understand our right, we can understand the procedure of general code, and understand our political system and who the candidate is. So when we educate ourselves, we can understand our right and we can use it maximally. We will not have to feel confused and pressured anymore. And then we can pick our choices wisely. When we educate ourselves, we may see different opinions along the way, right? So this can help us to make our choices wisely. And I know voting is based on our opinion, but because we need to think about it for the future of our country. So we may need to see the other perspective of other people when we decide our choices. So there's nothing wrong in educating ourselves. And then the consequences of being ignorant, I believe the consequences are a lot. If we choose to be ignorant, we're going to just walk for it. Choosing the wrong candidate, imagine if we choose the wrong candidate, the future of our country on that candidate's hand. So if we choose the wrong candidate, you can imagine how our country is going to be. This is like going to be fatal. And so we have to be cautious when we using this candidate. We have to background check and such thing like that. And then second one is our right to vote and wrong. In our right to vote, we leave it prone to be misused by other parties who are conducting election in good faith. Or more commonly, we lose time. I think one of the example of this is that vote manipulation. When you choose to not vote, yeah, your vote is there anyway. So I think so that's why it causes for this. How to educate ourselves? Well, first, you can perform background checks, like I said earlier, on each candidate and their respective political parties. You can understand their history about they succeed or not in their career before. And we want ourselves to be cautious regarding the campaigns of this candidate as not to be easily. So we have to stand our ground, not to not accept any bribery to choose any candidate or such thing like that. Because other than it's illegal, it's outlawed. And try to be updated with information on the general election. With social media, I think this is going to be easy. We are living in the technology is um, updated, right? So it's supposed to be easy to be updated with information on general election social media. And we are coming to the conclusion. Educating ourselves about the general election is important. As first-time voters, vote a vital role to the election's result. Should pay more attention instead of making what our right. And that's all from me. References. Any question? Mm, mhm, mm, mm, mm. Oh well, I haven't voted last year. There's no general election last year, right? So that's why next year is going to be my first time as a voter. Well, I still have like to consider about the candidates. But I think, yeah. My name is Tim. I have a question. Um, has or um, feel okay, you feel that you don't know how to do it, to be a member, to be you know, not not being so. Well, so I think it's not a right thing to do because other than your votes might get manipulated like that because I'm not, even though you're not interested in politics or anything, you should use your vote as well as possible. So I think you shouldn't call put or something like that.